Getting everything set up. Hey, what's up? Just getting everything set up. Give me a second. All right, what's up, everybody? Let me log into my second screen here and reverse the camera the right way. There we go. Welcome to the stream. I am extremely slow at the moment, so what do you guys want to talk about? Nobody's talking. Oh, fantastic. I got lurkers. Somebody say something. Somebody talk. I'm just cleaning up from all the trades I got today. Oh, hey, there we go. Oh, god damn it, the chat isn't working again over there. What do I think of that Bears game? Yeah, Delve, I see that. The comments aren't working. Yeah, that game was crazy. You know what? Since the comments aren't, well, I can read them over here. I'll load up the... Man, PlayStation has issues all the freaking time. I'll just load up YouTube over here and I'll get the comments on my phone. The Bears game did not surprise me because that was an old Browns kicker, and he sucked, even though I think it was partially blocked. But it doesn't surprise me. Bears fan, that sucks, but I'm not, so I really don't care at this point who wins or loses. What's happening, Delve, by the way? What's up, Dope? What's up, Nathan? Is it lagging, too? It looks decent. Maybe PlayStation's having an issue. You know what? Maybe I should just... What's Homebody playing? What's Homebody up to? When are you streaming next, Delve? You know, since it's lagging, I'm just gonna get rid of the comments. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get rid of the comments. There's no point to have that big black box there if. Of course, even that I can't even change it right now. That's fantastic. Gotta love PlayStation. I can't even disable that right now. Not really in the mood to stream again. All right. How was work? Did you work today? Today's been like nuts in here. Like I swear to God, like if we've had like 20 people in here, 19 of them wanted to sell shit. I am like, we actually had to turn away a few people because I have no cash left. It's one of those days where everybody needs cash. Apparently, it's not payday yet. So, and then what's funny is everybody that purchased stuff today, they all use credit cards. So it's one of those weird days where I gave out a bunch of cash, but everybody paid with credit cards. So I like have absolutely no cash at the moment, just barely enough to run the store. So I had to turn away a bunch of people for cash. It was slow and lame for you too. Today's been pretty slow though, besides the trade-ins for cash, but it's been a slow day. But I did get in. Maybe I'll stream it tonight. I did get in that. Even though it's not really, it's just a remake of the Wii U one, and it's got new Luigi, new Super Luigi Brothers U as well. So it's got 160 courses. It's kind of cool. Decent for the Switch. If you never played it on Wii U, which like 99% of people didn't buy a Wii U, it's good to pick up. But if you played it on Wii U, I wouldn't recommend getting it again. I should probably, instead of just doing live from PlayStation, I should just stream from my phone. You want to get Smash in that? Smash is pretty awesome. Like I said, if you haven't played it before, it's an awesome game. But if you've played it on the Wii U, it's not. I couldn't recommend getting it again. It's the same game, pretty much. It's got a few new things. It's kind of like a director's cut almost. Just a deluxe version. I'm kind of mad. I was working on my podcast last night, and I pretty much finished it. But I was talking about like stuff that they were debuting at CES, like new gaming stuff. And then today, more announcements happened. So now I think I'm going to go back into my podcast, even though it was finished, and like shoehorn some stuff in. Because I feel like if I release it now, I'm kind of stupid because I talked about stuff that I was excited for about CES, but now there's more stuff. So I want to add more stuff to it. But most of it's like older. It's kind of cool. They're the things I'm most interested in is the one company, Retrobit. They're re-releasing this game here in America, Metal Storm, which this game here sells for over $100 just loose like this. They're making a collector's edition of this game for NES that will play on NES systems. Kind of cool. That was kind of cool. They have a deal with Sega where they're going to make a new Sega Nomad. That's a handheld Genesis that'll have HDMI out. That's kind of cool. They're making Sega Genesis controllers and Sega Saturn controllers that are actually going to be Bluetooth. They're going to be wireless. That'll work on your old systems. So that's kind of cool. Juju's going to the Pro Bowl. It doesn't surprise me. Nathan, I'm happy the Ravens are out too. But, you know, I'm happy the Steelers are out too, buddy. So it doesn't matter to me. I enjoy the playoffs a lot more when the Steelers and the Ravens aren't in the playoffs. You bought Strange Brigade, very good game. Cool. What kind of game is, you know what? I don't remember off the top of my head. What kind of game is that? I need to shave pretty badly. Oh my gosh, so slow today. I'm bored. Now that I said that, watch somebody come in with like some more trades right before I close. I got this traded in today. Old Sega Saturn game. Resurrection Rise 2. It's like a alien / robot fighting game. You got cyborgs and aliens and kind of cool. Not really worth much, but kind of a neat. We don't get much Sega Saturn stuff, so when it does come in, it's kind of neat to see. Here's a. Like, just got an ad for that D game, which is like one of the first survival horror, kind of like a Resident Evil type game. Look at the dude impaled. Kind of cool. But it plays like a Street Fighter game. The graphics are pretty terrible. I should probably, you know what? I should probably hook this up and stream it tonight. I should stream my Saturn. I haven't done Saturn. I should do some Saturn games. Some of the Saturn games are really good. Some are really, really bad graphics, though. Maybe I'll hook my Saturn up tonight to the good old Elgato. It's been a while since I've done Saturn. I have so many Saturn games I could play. Which game would I play? Maybe do some Burning Rangers. That'd be a good one. So what's everybody playing? Am I going to play 2K football on Saturday? Maybe. What's up, Goku? How much will the PS5 be? I'm going to guess probably about 500 when it comes out. 400 or 500. Probably 500. Clemson did kill Alabama. What's up, Kent Klein? For some reason, the comments aren't working over here on PlayStation. It's been like that for a week, too. It's weird. I'm going to have to stop streaming on live from PlayStation. I don't know why. Sony kind of killed live from PlayStation. Nathan, I got to update my 2K. You know what? For 2K football, I really want to get like some people together that'll update rosters. Maybe I'll put a notification on my channel that I'm looking for people to maybe like update the rosters, because I don't think anybody's going to do it this year. I think it might be up to a handful of people to update the rosters, and I don't want to update every team. But maybe we could get some people together and share the game save file, and I'll update the AFC North, and someone else will update the NFC. One of those. Yeah, Nathan, we close at 7, so I'm dead. I got about 20 minutes left, so I figured I'd stream and just hang out because I'm bored. I am really, really bored at the moment. What should I stream tonight? You know what? Actually, never mind. Forget that. I'm probably gonna stream some Firewall for PSVR tonight. I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna do Firewall PSVR. Hold on one second, too. Call of Duty? I don't know if I'll do Call of Duty. If I did, I'd probably do the Blackout mode. But I think I'm gonna do PSVR Firewall, which is basically like Call of Duty. Hold on, I'm gonna tweet out that I'm streaming. Alright, I'll tweet it out. Alright, hopefully we get some more people in here. Firewall is a classic game. Do you got PSVR, Nathan? Well, I think I'm gonna stream that tonight. I've been playing the hell out of Creed, though. What are my thoughts on Anthem? I think it looks beautiful. First off, if we start with the graphics, honestly, I'm not sure though. I have real little faith in anything EA does at the moment, so I'm not sure how well it's gonna do. And actually, I think a lot of people are just fed up with EA, and I think some people just won't even buy it just because it's from EA, regardless of how good or bad it is. I think it's going to start off slow. If it's real good, I think people will come around to it, but I don't think sales are going to be there right away. I don't think it's going to be huge. It's got a lot of hype. If it was made by anybody else other than EA, I think it would have a lot more buzz to it. I don't know. It looks real cool. Everything I've seen, though, I haven't seen like a lot of action. It seems like it's more like exploration. I don't know. That's my official. I guess I don't really have a thought on it. Company for Learning, thank you, by the way. I don't have much thoughts on Anthem, to be honest. I'm kind of wait and see. I gotta actually play it and try it. I did actually, even though it got bad reviews and everybody kind of passed on. I kind of like Battlefield. The multiplayer, I should say, the story was kind of ridiculous, but the multiplayer was Battlefield. So that being said, though, EA is kind of on my shit list of companies at the moment, mainly for what they do to sports games. They're kind of ruining all the sports games. So. Yeah, Kevin, I agree with you that you're very questionable on it. That's kind of the way I am. I'm going to give it a chance. I give every game a chance, but I'll be honest. I'll tell you one of the negatives. Not that it's a negative. It's actually I'm very lucky. But one of the things about owning a game store or having access to like all this, like pretty much all this. And I've been selling games. I've been working video game retail since 1993. So I've had access to pretty much any game I've ever wanted. I don't get excited for games anymore like I used to when I was a kid. Games just don't. Very, very rarely do I ever get excited for games like most people do. I remember the feeling when I was a kid. Man, there was nothing better. But I guess I'm kind of jaded when it comes to games anymore. I just don't get excited anymore. I miss that feeling. I'll be honest. Like getting a game at Christmas when you were a kid was like the greatest feeling in the world. I just don't have that anymore because I can get whatever I want for video games. Hello. For which system? Star Wars Battlefront. The first one, I think I have some in the back. Hold on. Part 2, I only have 2. Okay. All right. All right. Yep. All right. Yeah. Bye. Sorry, that was my other store. Yeah. So, I just, I get kind of. I do miss that feeling. So, you like Battlefield 5? I mean, I like Battlefield 5 too, but I mean, EA just, man, when their CEO, who's no longer with them, when he said if you don't like the direction we're headed and don't buy it, I think a lot of people said fine, we're not going to buy it, and then people were pissed off about Star Wars. EA has pissed so many people off, and Activision is going down that same road. They are just pissing off their customers left and right, and everything's getting in. And I don't want to talk politics, but I mean, Battlefield, the people making Battlefield are getting political, and Activision's kind of a little bit of that, but man, you just can't keep pissing off your customers and expect them to keep buying stuff. Nathan, I love all the Uncharted games. I've played every Uncharted game. I beat every Uncharted game. That is one of my favorite games. I love Uncharted. I like Last of Us as well. I can't wait for Last of Us Part 2, made by the same people. Those are some of my favorite games. I saw Bungie and Activision splitting today. It'll be interesting to see how that works out. Bungie's pretty Bungie survived a long time without, I don't know. We'll see. I wonder if Activision just doesn't split with a company, I don't know. We'll see. I think it's gonna be one of those things we have to wait and see who's gonna regret that. I have a feeling Activision will be fine and Bungie will be hurting down the road. We'll see. I'm not a Destiny fan. I don't know how many of you guys are, but it's not my thing. I liked when Bungie I liked Halo. I mean, I'm just not a big, I'm just not a big MMO type guy, and Destiny was it was kind of boring to me. But I know it's not my thing, so I know people that really, really love Destiny, just not my thing. You hate Halo? I love Halo. I wish, what's funny is the one game that would be perfect for Battle Royale is Halo, and they won't do it. I don't. It boggles my mind. Like, it's been forever since a new Halo game. They could have just took Halo 5 and added Battle Royale onto it, and they could have got a huge chunk of the Fortnite people away from it. Halo would be. Could you imagine you're dropping down in the pods like Halo Reach into your areas, 100 people? It's perfect for Battle Royale, and they don't do it. Well, Halo's been so many years since they've made one. For the longest time, I don't know what the hell Microsoft's doing. They don't make many games anymore. However, I think they learned their lesson. That's why they got their ass kicked by Sony this generation. Sony was still making a bunch of exclusives, whereas Microsoft took this generation off on actually making games. And it looks like Microsoft now, though, they bought a bunch of independent studios to make exclusives, but that's going to help them next generation, not this generation. So, yeah, we'll see. I think Microsoft will be good next generation. I played a way out a little bit, but I never really had anybody to play with, and I wasn't going to play with some random person online, so it's okay. It was just okay. I think it was just an average game. It was kind of a gimmick that you had to play co-op and all that. I think the story was just okay. I think that game got way more. I think it got way more attention than it deserved. And it sold pretty well. We sold it pretty well too. The gimmick of only needing one game to play a co-op, that was kind of cool. What's up, little French lady? My day was good, but it's slow now, so that's why I'm streaming. How was your day, little French lady? And I will be streaming, I'm going to stream Firewall later tonight. You're excited for Metro Exodus. I really like the other. Metro games are pretty cool. That's one game that I think would do better if they actually advertise it, but you hardly ever see advertising for that game. Those are Kent, those are good games. But it's one of those ones most people don't even know exist. You know what? Let me check it. Let me see something here. Let me check on something here. Metro. It's Deep Silver, and you don't. Metro is what he's talking about. Made by Deep Silver. Deep Silver made Dead Island and some other games. But you don't see many. They don't advertise all that well. Infamous. I love both. I love Infamous 1 and 2 on PS3. Last Light was okay. In my opinion, Last Light was probably not as good as the first two, but I still liked it. But those are really good games too, Nathan. Your day was okay, busy but not too busy, just enough to make the day go by fast. That's the best way. Those are the best days. All right. I saw did you guys see the Resident Evil 2 demo came out today? At least it did on Xbox. I'm not sure if it's up on PS4. But you guys should download the demo, check that out. I'm a little excited for that game. I'm excited for Dead or Alive 6, even though most people could care less about Dead or Alive. I really like Dead or Alive, the fighting game. And it's not just for I know it's got the sexy girls in it, but I actually I think it's a really good fighting game. So I'm excited for that to come out. That comes out in March. Epic Gaming got an F from the Better Business Bureau. Too many Fortnite complaints. Probably because parents, their kids are buying stuff and they're not paying attention and they run up credit card bills. The Better Business Bureau, though, you know what? I'll tell you guys a story about the Better Business Bureau. And actually, you know what? I'm glad you said that because I'm going to talk about, this reminds me about my podcast. I'll tell you a story about the Better Business Bureau. This shows you the Better Business Bureau can't do anything. They're just they're basically like a ratings board. They just give you a rating. I'm going to write this down so I remember. Because I'll probably talk about this on my podcast down the road because I never talked about this. So you guys will get a little hint. I did like H1Z1, Nathan, but I like H1Z1, but I would tell you blackout mode on Black Ops is way better. Which one is my favorite PSVR game? Well, right now I would say Creed, just because I'm kind of a little fat and out of shape, and I'm using it to get back in shape. It's actually a really good workout and it's fun. So anything that can give me a workout and it's fun, I'm all about, because that's part of the reason I don't work out as much as I should, because it's boring as shit. But back to my Better Business Bureau story. So when we had a store in Bowling Green, Ohio, and there was this guy that would come in all the time and he would buy cheap games. He'd buy like a $5 game or whatever, and he'd play it for we had like a 7-day return policy. If you didn't like it, you could exchange it. So he was abusing the policy. He would come in on clockwork 6 days, and he would exchange it and get a different game, and then he would come back and exchange it and get a different game. And really, he played. He bought one game and he probably played 15 games, And the one day we cut him off. And we're like, dude, look, you can't keep just exchanging games. And we go, you're just taking advantage. It's not the way the return policy is intended to be used. And he got pissed, and he called the Better Business Bureau on us. And the Better Business Bureau writes us a letter, stating that this guy claims that you guys are being, that don't want his business anymore. And long story short, I went back and forth with the Better Business Bureau. I was like, look, I just don't want the guy to shop there anymore if he's going to be like that, because he went off on my employee, and he was really rude, and they expected us to just keep dealing with him. And I was like, and they're like, really, you don't want him to shop there anymore? I go, he really doesn't shop there anyway. Spends like $5, and he keeps returning stuff and exchanging stuff. And they actually called me, and I was talking, and they were shocked that that's how I wanted to handle it. And I was like, he's just taking advantage of us. This is not good for us. This is bad for us as a business. And they actually lowered my rating with the Better Business Bureau because this dickhead was taking advantage of us. I think it should go both ways. But yeah, that's. I don't want to go into the whole story because I'm going to save it for my podcast. But that was long story short, guy was an asshole abusing our return policy. And we got a lower rating on the Better. They actually lowered our rating because we didn't want this guy shopping at our store anymore. So, Little French Lady, show played Creed and was sweating. Yeah, I mean, I sweat when I play it. What's up, Robert? Yeah, they shouldn't have lowered our rating. I felt the same way. I actually got pissed with the Better Business Bureau because I think it should go both ways. I think, you know, companies should be able to say, look, this guy's a douche. And no matter what we do, he's going to be a douche. And there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, the guy was totally in the wrong, and they even agreed that they're totally in the wrong. But since this guy put a report on us, we still got our Better Business Bureau rating lowered. Up there, at least. Now, it didn't get lowered real big. It wasn't like it was going to hurt us. And honestly, Better Business, nobody looks at the Better Business rating anymore anyway. Most people go to online reviews, which online reviews are another sore spot with me, because 99% of people, when they're happy, they just come back and shop. They don't give you, there are some people that'll give you a good review if they really liked your store, and I do have good online reviews. But the second somebody has a bad, they have a bad experience, they go right online and give a negative review. That's the first thing. And I'll tell you what, I'm guilty of that myself. But I actually think online reviews are kind of silly, because most people don't give good reviews, but they'll give a bad review in a second. So, and you know what's funny is almost every one of the bad reviews we've gotten are people that wanted to sell stuff to us, and they weren't happy with what we offered. And honestly, in that scenario, I'm the customer. I'm not, they're not a customer. I'm the customer, because I'm buying the stuff. Well, Krell, that's great. If you guys want to give me good Google reviews on my businesses, that would be great. You can just say, but, and also, speaking of bad Google reviews, like when GameStop first came into town at our Fremont location, the employees at GameStop were going on our reviews and giving us negative reviews. And it was really, really shitty and annoying. Robert's actually shopped here. So, Robert, give me a good Google review. I would appreciate it. Carl, they don't know you haven't been to my store. I shouldn't say that, though, on here, because there's probably some trolls that are going to give me a bad review. What's up, Michael Campbell? I haven't seen you in a while. What you been up to? Michael Campbell, look at this. I got a bunch of the old people that used to watch me stream. Got Little French Lady, Michael Campbell, Delve, Robert, Crow. We got a little bit of everybody. Nathan. What's up, everybody? How much time I got left? I got 1 minute. Oh, time flew today. You know what? The only thing is, Nathan, man, look, Nathan, I love you, all right? But sometimes you say crazy stuff. Maybe, soon, Nathan, ask me next time, maybe I'll do it. You're sick again? Oh, what's wrong with you, Michael? You gonna make it? Are you just sick, or is something... Billy, it's cool. You know what? I have no problem with people that don't write reviews. It makes me, some of the bad reviews I've gotten were just laughable. Like one, we got a bad review because a guy wanted to sell us, it was like an Xbox or something, and GameStop was giving like $50 and we offered him 70. And he even said that in his review. They gave $20 more than GameStop, but it's still shitty and all this. And I'm like, dude, we are the customer in that scenario. You don't have to sell it, and then to go and write a negative review just shows you're kind of an a-hole. What one of the reviews was that your store smelled bad. Yeah. All right, you'll make it, Michael. What's up, Dell? Delusional. What's up, Delusional? What's happening, man? Um, you know what's funny too is we've gotten reviews where they actually liked us, but they only gave like 3 out of 5, and 3 out of 5 is still like it's still like middle of the road. You know what was the worst? I will tell you, when I was working at GameStop, and people used to give you, well, I worked at GameStop in Sandusky, Ohio, and oh, sweet, I'll check out Delusional's arcade. He makes good videos too, guys. He just uploaded a video. If you're into arcade stuff, check out his channel. He makes a good thing. But when I worked at GameStop, I worked at the one in Sandusky, Ohio, and it's a tourist town. So, like, they used to people would review you on the receipt, and one of the negative reviews that came back from that store was they liked the store and everything was great, but they checked, would you ever shop there again? And they checked no, and they said because we live in a different state. But since they said click no, that they would never shop there again, it was a negative review. It was counted as a negative review. I was like you can't win sometimes. Electronic Boutique. I worked there at an EB2 as well. I worked at when it was called Babbage's as well, Delusional. But before that, I worked at a place called the Player's Edge. What a shit company to work for. Actually, there's speaking of GameStop, there is a report out that they are seriously going to get bought out real soon. I'm hearing by February. So we'll see what happens. They made you watch the kids for, well, yeah, I always gotta watch out for people stealing stuff. But yeah, I had to do that too back then. They said you gotta have live eyes, always constantly watching people. That was their term. You have to have live eyes, which means make sure you're making eye contact with everybody all the time. Because people are less likely to steal if you're making eye contact. And I would tell you, a lot of times I have trouble getting my guys. Sometimes they're back here like looking at their phone or. Did the customer chick that stole on about that, Dell? She begged me. I pressed charges on her, and she begged me not to press charges on her. She called crying on the phone. And this is a grown ass woman, crying on the phone and begging me to like drop the charges. We're talking like a $5 item. I did not drop the charges. But I'll tell you, one of the main reasons I didn't drop the charges, I had multiple people contact me like through Facebook and social media, like behind the scenes. One of them was a relative of hers, and they told me, please do not drop the charges. She steals everywhere. She's a kleptomaniac, and she had stolen like from their family all the time, and she needs to learn that she can't be doing this. And another reason I didn't I didn't drop the charges. That aunt told me that she is going to school right now. One of the reasons she called me crying, I kid you not, she was going to school to be in criminal justice. So I feel like I was doing the world a service by weeding her out of criminal justice. Nathan, all the time. I've caught many people stealing in the store. I've had a couple on video. If you go back and check out my old videos, you'll see. So yeah, she probably had to pick a different major in college, because after you get busted for stealing, you're probably not going to be a criminal justice major anymore. All right, it is 7:03. I'm going to keep streaming, but I'm going to lock up and start closing up. You guys can hang out, keep asking me questions, but I got to go lock the door. Delusional, I got a question for you. I got a question for you, Delusional. Hopefully you're still here. Let's see here. All right. So there's a guy that came in, and he has Hydro Thunder, the sit down Hydro Thunder, and he has Off-Road Thunder, sit down Off-Road Thunder. And he told me he had a what do you call them? The pedestal for Silver Strike, and he has a Golden Tee PCB. And he wants $800 for all of it, but I went and checked it out. Just to see it. It's in a storage unit, so I couldn't see it working. But he had the pedestal. It really wasn't a pedestal, and I really have no interest in it in the Silver Strike and Golden Tee anymore because it was really shitty. Now the Hydro Thunder and the Off-Road Thunder look like they're in really good. They're in pretty good shape, but I couldn't see them running because they were like back in the storage unit, like pretty packed up. What do you think Hydro Thunder and Off-Road Thunder are worth? He did convert them to LCD. They have LCDs. They don't have CRTs in them anymore. I know Hydro Thunder is pretty popular, but he God, I'm debating what I should do. He wants $800 for it all, which is actually a pretty good deal, but you know, I don't know on yeah, he has LCDs in Hydro Thunder and Off-Road Thunder. It looks decent, like he did a good job on it, but I just don't know. I'm thinking about getting them and throwing them in my other store because I really don't have the room for them at home. And what's Firewall? Firewall is smack. 500. All right. I was just debating. I just like somebody else's opinion. Thank you, Delusional. Firewall is a PSVR game, Nathan, and you use the big aim controller for it, and it's basically like playing Call of Duty, but you're really like you see everything and you play as a squad. It's more like a Rainbow Six game, I would say, but you play as a squad of people online against another squad. It's pretty cool. What's up, Official Mutt Master? Yeah, I can't be, especially on here, there's like a slight lag. My thoughts on the Switch Lite, I heard about that pre-Holmes. I don't know if that, I mean, that's not really official yet. I think it would sell well if it's like under $200 and it's just a handheld one. The thing is, though, they'd have to lower the 3DS and the 2DS XLs down because those are $200. Talk to you later. See ya. Kids are home. All right, Dell. See you, man. I mean, Nintendo would almost have to kind of, in my opinion, if they're going to release just a handheld only Switch, they got to stop supporting the 3DS. They got to start really supporting the Switch more. So, I don't know. We'll see. I think it'll sell well. Anything Nintendo sells well. All right, I gotta close up here. Mutt Master, what's your overall? Mutt Master, you're thinking about getting this for your son, Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe. I think it's good. If you played it on Wii U, though, I can't say to get this. If you've played it on Wii U, it's the same game. It's really super. They even show you the two Wii U ones on the back, the Super Mario Brothers Wii U and new Luigi Super Mario. It's really those two games combined into one. I've played both of them, so honestly, I'm not that excited about it, but it is an awesome game. It's a really good game. If you never played it on Wii U, which most people haven't because Wii U tanked pretty bad, it's worth it. Am I going to play Ace Combat? Yeah. Do I have Nightmare Creatures on PS1? I don't think I have that at the moment. That would definitely be back here. I do have Hydro Thunder, though. I do not have Nightmare Creatures at the moment. Yeah, I'll try Ace Combat on VR. Hopefully, though, I'm afraid Ace Combat's going to make me like it's going to get to me in VR. Because that game, man, you're moving quick. And some of those games where you're moving like that, those are the ones that mess with you on VR. Hey, Krell, did you like my response to why John's Twitter handle? You're on Xbox, or you would have played with me. That's cool. Well, today's going to be an easy closeout. I have no deposit because I paid too much money out to everybody selling stuff today. I don't know. John's been weird with his Twitter. You know what's funny about his Twitter? I wish they would have had me on VGO. I want to be on VGO with Matt because I want to know what Matt thinks. John only follows 5 people on Twitter, and he follows Michelle, but he doesn't follow Matt, which I think is hilarious. Robert, yeah, I've seen Kelsey Lewin's game store tour. Yeah, those are the Pink Gorilla. Those are pretty cool stores. I guess they have a couple stores as well. Their stores are pretty small though. They're smaller than my stores, but I bet they do really really well where they are. And I know they do a lot of conventions and stuff. So I like their store. I think their store is pretty cool looking. But yeah, they got a nice store. I like to see other game stores, that independent game stores like that do well. They got really nice stores. I watch a guy named his nickname's Muzz, but L1 Games. Check out his channel. He's got really nice stores too. Well, he's got one store, and it's really nice. It's in a mall. It's actually in Ohio too. It's in Columbus area, I think. I've been trying to get him on my podcast, but he's one of those guys. He's hard to nail down to get on a podcast. You found out Mike Matei from Cinemassacre follows John. I don't know if John's big enough to be with Cinemassacre. We'll see. Mike, I love AVGN though, and those ads are cool. I like their videos. They make really good videos. Nathan with AVG. I want them to do another Christmas special like they did a couple years ago with Keith Apicary and AVGN. Those are awesome. Mike's streams are cool. Master, it is different than the Wii game. It's the same as the Wii U game, though. It is a totally different game than what was on Wii. But it is the same as the Wii U one. It's actually 2 games in one. It's new Super Mario Wii U and new Super Luigi Wii U combined into one. It's like 160 levels. It's a pretty good deal. Mike and those guys, I love their videos. They make good videos. The AVGN makes good stuff. All right, I'm gonna close down the stream. Sorry guys, I got to get out of here. If you guys want to watch me stream and probably do terrible at Firewall later, I'll probably be streaming about 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight Eastern time. That's the time zone I'm at. I know it's not that good of a game, but they used to have Bump and Jump. So, no, Robert, it's a whole new Super Mario. Well, it's not really new because it's been on Wii U for a while, but let's be honest, nobody really bought a Wii U, so it's new to like 99% of people. It is a really good game. You can play 4 people at a time. It's fun. But I've already played it on Wii U, so personally I'm not buying it because I have it for Wii U. It's the same game. It's really not that great of a game. But I'm gonna get out of here so I can close up and get home. And I'll be streaming later tonight after I get my kid to bed. Kids. So. Yeah, if you didn't have it on Wii U, you'll love it. I'd say go ahead and get it, Mutt Master. It's a good game. It's fun to play, too. You can play it with your kid. So you can play 4 people. It's a good game. All right, later, everybody. Later to everybody. Crow, Robert, Mutt Master, Little French Lady, everybody else I'm missing. Tyrone Smith, I'm going back. Nathan, everybody. Michael Campbell, that was in here. Delve, G3, what's up? Good to see you. I got to run. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.